Let your feet drop. Kill him!
I'm Gage Gull. I didn't grow up on pavement. I grew up on dirt, blood, and cold mornings. Hunting and fishing weren't hobbies. They were how we filled the freezer, how we learned patience, respect, and how to survive. I learned those lessons alongside my family, with friends who became brothers, with stories that got passed around the campfire. Fewer people grow up that way now, and every year we are losing more than just hunters and anglers. We lose a connection. That's why I started Wilderness Wize, to bring people back to the woods, to pass down the kind of lessons that come from blood trails, missed shots, cold hands, and long nights tracking. You'll hear from the folks who taught me, bled with me, and still walk these woods today. So if you're ready to learn the hard way, the right way, lace up your boots, pour your coffee, and let's get wise.
Goose hunting, or I guess any waterfowl in general, there's something weird about it. Something that makes people get up at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning to go stand in a marsh or in a field and hunt these animals.
So setting up decoys here. They've been typically like landing about 10 yards on this field on the corn, so great cover back here. Put a stopper group out there, hopefully get them to land short. And we plan on running a J hook through here to help entice them into our pocket, and adding a family group out there, trying to get them to land just a touch short than what they're used to, but it should work out. Either way, they're gonna be low enough to shoot at.
All right, so let me see if I can try to explain exactly what Zach means by stopper group, J-hook, and all that stuff for any new hunters. So now this is not a map of where we were at. This is two random kind of fields and open areas that I just found on Google that's similar to what we were sitting on. So what I'll do is, when Zach was talking about a stopper group, basically what he was talking about is we're setting up a long line of goose decoys along an edge here. This area right here is where we're brushing in, and we're just settling in. Now, where we were hunting, this was pretty high brush, so we could settle right down into there without being seen. Then out here, what we were doing is we set a little other side to a J hook. Basically, this was a backwards J of decoys. So if you can see the backwards J. Now right here would be known as like the kill pocket or kill hole. What he did talk about doing was he talked about putting a little family group, 4 or 5 decoys out here to try to force that landing out here. Unfortunately, by the time we got set out here, this did not end up happening. When we looked at it, we just decided we were just going to run the J hook and get it all set up. So right here is where we're hoping the birds land. Do I?
Hang on. Bailey, you ready?
Let your feet drop. Kill him! I'm out. My gun jammed.
As you can see, the birds were somewhat working our spread that morning. They didn't really want to be there, and that's a major key for hunting waterfowl. You have to be where the birds want to be, not where you want them to be. That's why we were using decoys and stopper groups. The birds wanted to be over in that cut corn you can see just past the decoys. We were trying to convince them to come into this hayfield. They just weren't playing get ball, and that's alright.
Got another group over here on our right somewhere. I heard them.
Alright, lay off a little bit.
Single on the right too.
Shoot that single.
And the doubles.
They're well out there.
There, a little ways.
They're gonna dump in that corn. You wanna try sky blasting?
Long ways up.
If you're gonna try it, do it now.
One.
You hit one.
He's going down. He's back there. All right, Barley, what do we get today?
We got some 2 Canadian geese here. This one had a band on it.
So Bailey shot the bigger one, of course. You know, newbie always has to shoot the biggest geese.
Yeah.
So we're done. We're cleaned up. It was a rough morning. Birds were not working quite like we wanted them to, and then when they did work like we wanted them to, apparently we couldn't shoot.
Nope.
So, but we got 2. Last one was a little bit of a sky blasting event while Bailey went and got the truck, but we got it done. 1 band to show for it. So, not sure if you guys can see that or not, but sounds like we're all done. Bailey is apparently buying breakfast this morning.
Yep.
So we're gonna go eat. So successful hunt. We'll catch you guys next time.
See you later.
Hey everybody, this is Gage Gall with Wilderness Wize. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode on goose hunting. If you do me a huge favor, if you felt like that you learned something today, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification so that you guys can stay up to date with what we're doing. We're still trying to grow this community 1 step, 1 mile, and 1 new hunter at a time. So if you guys are new to hunting and you don't quite have it figured out yet, or you're looking to mentor others, you guys belong here. Some other ways you guys can interact with us is to jump in our mailing list. We send out emails every Friday full of helpful tips and tricks to make you more successful in the field. Also, we are now on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We're expanding across multiple platforms to meet you guys on the platform that you guys enjoy using the best. So until next time, stay wild, stay sharp, and as always, stay wise. We'll catch you guys next time.